Alright, I can't believe we are already here, but this is going to be part 39 now of the Red Dead 2 series. One shy of 40. That is a lot of parts. A lot of hours, good lord. It's about 10 to 12 on a Tuesday night that I'm doing this. I got work tomorrow morning and I have somewhere that I actually have to go to before work, but I'm trying to play as much Red Dead as possible, even if that means just getting a little time in here or there. Last couple videos have been a little bit shorter than the 2-hour plus ones that we've had a couple times in this series, which has been good. I'm aiming for about 45 minutes here, so hopefully I can keep it to about 45 minutes. It's so hard to do that in this game. There's just so much that you end up getting involved in here. I think we still have some side missions that we have to do in and around the Saint Denis area. The ghosts that we're trying to find in the Blue Water Marsh area that Reverend alluded to. That was basically all side stuff. We played the poker and did some of the other small side stuff, side missions. We did all the stuff that we wanted to kind of accomplish in the roads area. Just want to have a quick look once again, get myself acquainted with what's up. Hopefully all of the audio is okay for this video too. I know that we've had some problems with the audio in the series multiple times. It's either been my mic audio or no audio, as we saw with part 35 upload a little bit earlier. So hopefully you can hear me. That's right, we did the Charles mission and some of the other missions. We did that moonshine mission. I think we did a bounty poster as well, something like that. I'm almost positive. Right, which left us with some missions that we had to go ride out to do. So I said that we would check out maybe the Blue Water Marsh area on the way up. I believe the ghost has to be found at nighttime, so we'll have to wait for a more specific time to be able to accomplish that. But I was going to ride up and continue this stream of professor missions. I'm not feeling quite ambitious enough to ride up to Marco Dragic just yet. As I said, I want to wait until the story opens up in Annisburg before we go up and do the Marco Dragic mission. So really it's just the professor mission, the ghost, and the Hosea main story mission. So we might finally be able to tackle something to do with the main story.
I still can't get the lovely Susan to even look at me.
Won't believe this. The other night, a lawman got so drunk he pissed himself.
What's wrong with this place?
Well, I've been hearing that them Hawthorns are gonna be selling that big house
you do?
soon.
My goal was to cut down on all the side mission stuff that we had going on, and we did a pretty good job of doing that. I mean, the last, 3 or 4 videos probably have focused entirely on side stuff, so I think it's time that we finally advance in our story.
Hello. How do you do?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. How are you?
Come here, doll. Tried to click to see what time it was, but I didn't catch
You
it.
see this here?
Come on.
Lost your wig, countryman?
Uh-oh. We got some more of
Looking
these
for the
kids.
cheapest whorehouse? As if even likes ladies.
Got big mouths, don't you? Bet you wouldn't miss some teeth.
Goddamn lunatic!
Don't move. Let's get those hands up nice and high.
Works every time.
You're as good as
God
Barry,
damn
cocksucker.
it.
Look around. This is where you die. Yes.
Yep.
Sit there. Leave me alone.
Bastard.
Mercy, please.
Easy there, girl.
You to stop in the name of the law. Push it. Oh shit. Help!
Shit.
He's in the way. Who cares? Let him escape. You can't.
You better quit.
He's giving us the flare. Too quick.
I really can't afford for my bounty to get any higher than it already is. But either myself or my horse is going to die here, unfortunately. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. It looks like Saint Denis might end up getting locked down here. My pointer is set for the professor mission, so I could just follow my GPS. I don't think the lawman will follow me all the way up. That's out of state. That's cross-state territory. We'll be crossing into the New Hanover region, so I actually won't have a bounty on my head there. So that'll be a little bit of a different situation. So basically, those gang of kids in Saint Denis, we've encountered them before. They tried to rob me there, so they were obviously, that was all part of a setup, and they tried to rob me. So while you're being robbed, you can press R2 if you time it properly. You know, you can execute kind of a cool quick draw and take everybody out. You got to kind of time it correctly, though. The guy was one of the kids was standing too close to me when I went to pull out my gun, and he saw that and hit me. So then I had to take out a couple of them quickly. Looks like I had to kill a couple of the kids, unfortunately. And then, of course, that attracted some witness attention, so... All in all, not a great situation.
Get away from us! We can finish him here. Don't give up on me, girl. Ah! Go! Whoa, whoa, easy, girl.
My horse needs a stamina tonic here.
Go easy, girl.
That's gonna raise my bounty in the Lemoyne region to $615, over that actually.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Are you kidding me?
You're okay.
You hear me, son? Don't let him get away. I want his
God damn.
getting away.
Oh boy, oh boy. And it looks like we might have just lost all in the process. What is it with losing freaking horses lately? All in all, not a very good situation. I should not have followed those kids to begin with. Lesson learned. Man, Saint Denis is a greasy city. Greasy. So I'm going to lose just over $3. Not a big loss there. We're gonna start here. Obviously, we do not have a horse. Oh, never mind. It looks like Doll was hurt. But it appears as if she's alright. Please be okay. That's definitely not Doll. Looks like this is some sort of it must be the last temp horse that I had. Automatically becomes my horse. Nonetheless, it doesn't have a name. And if I go to the horse section here, you can see it's bonding level 1. And we start again. At least I'm not starting in the Saint Denis area. I'm actually starting at a reasonable spot here.
Slow up now. Yep.
Maybe by the time I'm done all this riding, my bonding level with this horse will improve. Well, that's it for Doll. So far, Epona has been my longest lasting horse. I had Epona for a while before she gave in. Ab's given in. Doll's given in. I still have Morgan. I guess that's technically the longest horse that I've had. The longest I've had a horse. But the only thing is I haven't clocked a whole lot of hours with Morgan. It's more Morgan's more of a pony and just not really fit for the kind of activities that I'm engaging in, so we'll just take it easy with this horse, and if this horse does it for me, we'll pick a name. And it sucks because we definitely soaked some money into upgrading some of the horses before they all died, including Doll. Very stiff when it's at a low bonding level like this. Stopping is much different. That you don't have some of the special moves that you can get on the horse, some of the evasive maneuvers and stuff that you get with higher bonding levels. It's definitely a different experience. Much a very defined difference between a low bonding level with a horse and a high bonding level with a horse in this game. Very noticeable. I wonder when all is said and done, which game I'll end up having spent more time in, which open world game, which new open world game, Breath of the Wild or Red Dead 2. I wonder which of those two titles I'll probably end up having spent more time in. I find I'm exploring the world much differently in Red Dead 2 than an open world game like Breath of the Wild. But Breath of the Wild was so much more exploration. I spent so much time in Red Dead 2 just on side missions and main missions that the time that I have to spend to just explore, there's not a whole lot of that going on for me. So, but this is obviously, I think I would say, more of a story-oriented game in comparison to Breath of the Wild, which is more of an exploration focus. But this is Emerald Ranch. We've heard some rumors about strange things happening in Emerald Ranch. We have definitely spent a bit of time here engaging in missions. Back to a more familiar territory for sure in the New Hanover region. More familiar to the beginning portions of the game, maybe not the last few portions, the last few sections. We really haven't even started Chapter 4 either. I mean, we're still very early on. I'm interested to see what this Hosea mission will bring us. It's nice to just get out to some different scenery for a little bit. Maybe, I'm surprised we haven't been stopped by a stranger or anything on the way yet. I keep forgetting. Oh, I'm jumping off my horse. Christ. I keep forgetting to check periodically for stranger missions out in the wild. It's important to do that. It's a nice area out here. We're kind of on the southern portion of the Grizzlies, so still not in a climate cold enough like we saw at the beginning of the game in the snow, like that part of the Grizzlies, but really the southern tip of the Grizzlies, right where the Grizzly Mountains kind of start. You can already see we're kind of getting to higher elevations. There's the Grizzlies east, just north of us here, so kind of at the foot of the mountains, but still like, whoa. A truly incredible landscape. Forgot how beautiful this region is. You know, one of the towns that I really liked the most that we went to so far was Strawberry. What a beautifully landscaped town. And it's really a shame that we weren't able to spend more time there because of some of the events that took place. I digress. And we move on.
Morning, partner.
Being out here is great until I run into people.
Come on, boy.
Riding in this game between areas of the points of interest on the map is definitely a lot more fun than it was in the first Red Dead. I don't know if the scenery makes it a little bit more engaging or what it is, but it definitely seems more fun. Still not as great as traversing in a Lamborghini in Grand Theft Auto, traversing the streets of LA, but this'll do. So, do you have a camp set up out here or something? We have our dual-wield pistols on us. That's about all. Supposedly, the professor is stationed at the foot of the Grizzlies here somewhere. I also don't want to slide and fall off the mountains. That would be a pretty humorous way to die. If you're wondering why I have my weapons equipped, I'm just trying to protect myself against wildlife and whatever the hell I'm walking into. Although I really don't need to be worried about the wildlife in New Hanover. The worst that's going to get me is maybe a peacock. It's not like the Blue Water Marsh area, some of the Lemoyne regions where you've got poisonous snakes and alligators coming after you. Hooray. Bit of a nice leg workout for Arthur Morgan. Physical activity in this game is directly related to the appearance of your character, more specifically the weight of your character. So if you're doing more horseback riding and not really getting a lot of physical activity, your character will, and you're eating a lot, your character will actually gain weight. And you can actually lose that weight by exercising more and having a more balanced diet. It's incredible the level of detail and the level of thought that went into this. Locate McDaniels. That's our goal here. So this Professor mission has officially activated. I don't really need my dual-wield weapons out anymore. We're kind of just exploring. We're extremely high up here, and this is not Grand Theft Auto, so I don't have the advantage of having a parachute here. I'm just gonna have to be super careful. Kind of sneaking in a back way here. Whoa. whoa. Slow and steady. I thought I was just meeting up with the professor, so I didn't take any of my long guns with me, and that might prove to be a mistake here. I'm also more than likely out of whistling range with my horse here. It's only bonding level 1, I have to assume that, so we're really on our own here with dual wield. We're gonna have to choose our kills strategically. Is this like some sort of a cave that we're going into or something? Supposedly it's in this direction. I'm coming on top of it right here. They're supposedly enemies. I do not see anybody though. We'll get to a higher vantage point here. Some shooting. Oh no. Christ. They're firing. There they are. Oh no. What the hell? McDaniels has died. Oh, okay, that's right. I can fill you in here on what's going on with the mission. Right, so this is the professor mission. He obviously invented the electric chair. And that's right, now we're finding the guy to potentially use the electric chair on. This is obviously a wanted individual. So this is just the gang that he runs with. But that's right, we need him alive, so that's why it failed on that attempt. On the plus side, it should start me fairly close. And so the idea here would be probably to shoot him in the leg, I guess. So they're sitting, every one of these lines is like a higher elevation, and then I guess like a lower elevation kind of going down. You can kind of see the elevation going up. So they're sitting kind of, you can see kind of on top of this part of the mountain, and then they have one kind of scout over here. So it'd be probably in my best interest to maybe take this scout out, or just completely ignore the scout and come around from this way and attack. Nonetheless, I have to take out basically every single one of the guards and then kind of isolate McDaniels and take him. I certainly didn't expect that guy to come and tackle me. And then I thought, oh no, Christ, did I die? Here we go. He saw me. Okay, so I got them all down. Now I have to use some sort of an elixir here for myself. Let's do a miracle tonic. That'll replenish everything for me, including Deadeye, which I just used a bunch of. Let's do the, yeah, let's do the, this will fortify it slightly too. McDaniels is escaping. Okay.
Where do you think you're going?
Gotcha.
I'll come with you, you son of a bitch.
You better start talking. Or not.
Come on. I got a special treat for you.
You're your own
Yeah, really.
gatekeeper, mister. In a prison of your own making.
Every
Oh, your horse is out of whistling range. This is going to be problematic because I killed his horse too. The only thing we can do is walk back to the horse. Oh boy. Is the professor back in Saint Denis? It's hard to tell. Where is the companion? Okay, yeah, he's back in Saint Denis. That kind of sucks because I have a lot of heat on me in Saint Denis right now, but we got to do it. So we were able to get McDaniels. The good thing was I caught them all by surprise, despite the fact that the first guy up here saw me. The rest of the guys were all still stunned when I had got there, so they were all still standing boom, 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 close to each other. I took them all out. The other guy came running up and was standing next to McDaniels. I ran up to McDaniels, but it wouldn't let me punch him or take him down because there was still one of his men alive. So once I took him out, then I could focus on McDaniels, but he went running. So then I had to take out his horse because I don't have a horse to chase him on, and I didn't want to take the chance of shooting him off the horse in case I fatally wounded him. But we got him now. We're headed back to the horse. We just have to get close enough to get into whistling range of the horse so that we can stow McDaniels on the horse and take it back to the professor. This should be interesting. We are about to witness this degenerate outlaw get killed on an electric chair. Really a rather dark key to the story here, or theme, but they've kept it rather light in classic Rockstar fashion. Professor Bell rather is quite, I almost called him McBell. He's quite the character. So he's made these missions fun. You really gotta plan everything you do in this game. I really wish that I took more time to plan the way that I do things. I just kind of went running into this situation there. I was lucky that I was still able to take them by surprise, but he almost got away there and I had to think quick on my feet and taking out his horse. You just always gotta be thinking one step ahead of everybody around you, because everything happens so freaking dynamically. We are within whistling range of the horse. That's a good thing. I'm going to try and... I'm sorry, Arthur. Workout, like I said. Okay, so there's... Oh no, oh Christ. Last thing I need is this degenerate to escape. It was really a piece of cake. We've done lots of... This was essentially like a bounty mission, more or less. Very similar. Track down an outlaw, bring him back.
Up you get.
Take me to damn
I don't think I can go down this hill safely with the horse, but I'm gonna try.
This ain't America. We ain't free no more. Can't raise no animals, take no wives.
You
All
ain't
I
free
did
no
was
more.
Raise my livestock. Married them that needed marrying. And killed any that tried to stop it. I ain't wrong. It's you that's wrong. We was trying to live free. You came along and laid waste. Take me in, just take me to the jailhouse.
You know, you ain't going to court. You ain't going to jail either. I'm taking you to a professor I know.
What in hell are you talking about?
You're a lucky man, mister. You get to be part of a great experiment.
Shut up!
You ain't gonna die needlessly is what I mean. Nope. Your death's gonna be an important step in the advancement of human knowledge.
What in hell
You could
are
definitely
saying,
say
mister?
that.
This professor, Andrew Bell III, I believe he said. He's a little odd, maybe harebrained, but I got no reason to doubt the quality of his work.
What's this damn professor got to do with anything?
Well, he wants to try this new electricity chair on you, to kill you. Humane.
No!
Yeah. Well, he's gonna strap you into this contraption and run a large electric current through your system. Got something to do with moonshine. Don't quite know what. I guess that's why he's the professor and I'm the bounty catcher. Well, as I said, I can pass on his assurances that this is a most humane way to go. It'll be
Yeah.
just like, well, like switching off a light.
Switching off a light, yeah.
They wouldn't let you do this
I don't
to
think
me.
so.
They wouldn't.
Oh, they would. And we got a permit and everything. You was in
We
there.
do actually have a
Country,
permit.
all right? Well, you ever seen lightning strike livestock, Mr. McDaniels? Now, I ain't ever seen the actual impact, but I came across a pasture sometime after. The storm had just cleared and there was smoke in the air, smell of burn. Hair.
No.
Must have been a dozen head of cattle, lying there, piled up, mangled. Strange scars across their backs, legs, and necks. It's half like they was burned, half like the skin was ripped off.
No.
Eyes bleeding. Some of them popped out.
No.
If I hadn't seen the storm, well, I would have thought some devil caused that mischief. But no, sir. It was lightning. Electricity does something, all right. I seen trees explode in front of me. I seen desert sand baked into glass. That's what I seen lightning do. But, you know, hey, this electricity the professor's got planned for you, that must be of an entirely different kind.
I mean, I don't really need to hit him to shut him up. I think he deserves to know the kind of torture that he's about to go through. Animal husbandry. That's right, I remember the wanted poster for him noted the quote-unquote animal husbandry fetish, I guess, if you'd like to call it. This electric chair thing is very relevant to the judicial system around this time, and well into the 1900s they used the electric chair as a means of death, and potentially even into the 2000s. I'm not sure about that, but it definitely was around for a very long time, and you could say we're about to witness the first killing on an electric chair. The fictional first killing on an electric chair. Just gonna speed it up a little bit. I have it on autopilot right now, so we got those nice cinematic views going. Jesus.
I'm gonna watch your bastard ass.
He gone? I'm sorry about that, McDaniels. You all right? Yeah, me too. Well, you'll be happy to know we ain't got far to go. Hold on tight now.
So that was supposed to happen, I believe. That was relevant to the mission. Those are the guys whose stagecoach we hijacked to get the moonshine to somehow power the selector chairs. Somehow the moonshine's going to come into play here. The moonshine that we acquired as part of the earlier parts of the Professor mission. They're going to go see the dead bodies. I need to get out of here before they see those dead bodies. I realize it was me with my gun out. And now McDaniels obviously knows that I'm telling the truth because those moonshine guys came after me and he was there to witness it, so he knows that what I've been saying has some truth to it. At least the part about the moonshine. Back to the smog-infested city of Saint-Denis.
This is
Hopefully it's not going to be a public spectacle, or I'm sure they'll find some way to make it pretty drop dead hilarious.
What the hell?
Should have let him hit his head on the side of that wagon. We're definitely on the outskirts here of Saint Denis. I'm not exactly quite sure where we're headed exactly.
Well,
Oh, to the
here we
professor's
are.
place.
The professor will be real pleased to meet you.
no.
We're going for a walk.
Remember when you stuck your thing inside the cattle? Well, that's the last time that you'll ever do anything like that again. Animal husbandry. Gross.
Bring him over here.
I got him.
You're wonderful. Just wonderful.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Now, where's my money?
Money?
Yeah, for all the running around I've been doing.
Oh, well, once they buy my humane electric ending facilitator, there'll be money enough for you, sir.
Well, let's hope.
All right, let's get our poor unfortunate ready for the demonstration. Oh, do come and watch. It'll be amazing. Come along.
Okay, so the next part of that mission, obviously witnessing, it's gonna open my damn log again. I hate when that happens. The next part of the mission probably is already available. Actually, no, it's not quite available just yet. I'm sure it will be available soon. That Marco Dragic mission up here has actually gone away too. So basically, the only thing we can do is the Hosea mission, and potentially, I know there was a stagecoach robbing mission with Lenny, I believe, and a hunting mission back at camp. They're not visible on the map right now, but those are other ideas of stuff that we can do mission-wise right now. So really, we'll do the Hosea mission for sure next, this one that's flashing here, and then obviously the rest of that Professor mission when we have the opportunity to. But let's do the main story mission next, because it's been a long time since we've done that. But I want to look outside the scope of just kind of the side missions and the main story missions, and maybe start to think about strategy in tackling some of the other side things that we have to do. So The dinosaur bone, I just want to go through some of these and figure out where we're at with some of them. The dinosaur bones, this is something that I'd like to do when we have access to the full map, when we've seen more of the map that's available to us. I think we've only seen maybe about 60 to 70% of the actual map of the entire world. I want to go through and kind of systematically find these, probably using a walkthrough, but just so that we can at least complete the mission. Deborah McGinnis has requested your help in finding dinosaur bones. The location of each bone can be mailed back to Deborah from any post office. Good to know. The cigarette cards, we're still working on. Very hard thing to do. There is the checklist. Again, it's something that I've been finding occasionally. I'm not too worried about the cigarette cards. I'm just going to find them as I do. I'm not going to worry too much about doing a walkthrough for those. Perfect animal carcasses. This is something that I could genuinely accomplish fairly easily at any point. This is, you've acquired a map that is said to show the location of the notorious Jack Hall gang's lost treasure. That's something that I could look into a little bit. The rock carvings, that's more in line with the dinosaur bones. Once I've seen the whole map, we can kind of use a walkthrough to pinpoint the exact locations. So out of all of these camp item requests, I just kind of find them as I do. Home robberies, I haven't been lucky enough to find them. We could do legendary fish, or track down some legendary animals, or just do hunting in general, which can also help with this wildlife art exhibition stranger mission where we have to mail the 2 perfect animal carcasses. So we could definitely do some side hunting and fishing. And then we could also theoretically do this treasure hunter side mission as well. So these are all things that are available to do. So I think what I'll do is I'll do the Hosea mission. We'll complete that. If only new story missions come up, and there's still not a lot of side missions going on in terms of the professor and other stranger missions, then instead, after the Hosea mission, for side stuff, we'll do some hunting and some fishing. Maybe more specifically, we'll try and find some of the legendary fish. We do have the ability to do that. We have the lure capabilities with some of the new lures that I bought, so that's pretty cool. So Hosea, and then hunting and fishing. Assuming a bunch of new related story missions don't.
Nothing would be today like this.
Like assuming the Hosea mission doesn't go right into another story mission. It'll probably just open up some new story missions, maybe 1 or 2 new story missions, but we'll need those. Do some hunting. It's been a while since we've done that. I also need to think about getting cleaned up soon and changing my outfit. Whoops. Sorry. Pretty soon as well, so. I just wanted to take a second to kind of just index where we're at with some of those side things in our log there that it's keeping track of. We haven't really tackled any of those. That animal carcass one is an easy one. The legendary fish is something that we can already start to accomplish. We don't really need a walkthrough for that. And then later on in the game, towards the end of the game, we'll do the ones where we need the walkthrough, the rock carvings, and the dinosaur bones. At least that'll allow us to tackle some of it.
And understand the importance of safety in nature.
Hey there.
Out of the way!
There's a dude up here handing out pamphlets.
Do you want to be safe? The answer is in Chelonianism.
This seems like some sort of a cult.
According to the great teachings of our master, this land is our heaven, and the 2 oceans are our shells. It is only here that we can truly be ourselves, where man can find his place in heaven. This is Chelonia, the one true American's religion, the one true Bible that was handed down 100 years ago, this year, to our prophet.
Convenient.
from above.
Hey, mister.
Hello, sir. Can I interest you in Chelonianism?
I don't know. Can you?
Well, I hope so. It is a fascinating religion that was taught to a very wise master about 100 years ago in a land not very far from here.
Probably in someone's backyard.
The preacher used foul language in his sermon last week.
Okay.
I'll take a pamphlet.
You've made a wonderful choice. It is a religion of safety. A religion made by gods who understood what life is. Not what life could be, but what it is. And it is very dangerous. But with Chelonianism, it can be safe. Well, it's all in this book. Am I boring you?
A little.
I'm sorry. Have a wonderful day.
Such a fun day.
Too bright for me.
The truth and rejoice. You are saved and already in paradise.
This is the handbill that he gave me. I'm
Only
gonna have to walk
you have
away
the
from him,
wisdom to
otherwise it's gonna be too hard
understand
to hear me reading it.
Chelonia, America.
I believe
They
we
are the
came
same
across,
thing.
was it Mary
If
Linton's
savages could
brother
prosper
that we helped? He was
how much
caught up
better
in
shall
some
the
sort of a
white man
cult-like
do in
religion.
this
Was that not
sacred place?
Chelonianism? I can't even say it.
See me?
We are all kings.
It was something like that. I remember we found them out on that cliff doing some sort of like meditation gig or something like that. Should be able to read it here. It says, Raid Heron, praised by Anders Helgerson, Blackwater, printed for 1892. It is humbly hoped that every impartial reader will take these messages to heart and not be filled with knavery or folly or trepidation or jest or while he or she sups, but instead listen to the great teachings of our Master. We traveled across great oceans fighting scurvy to arrive in this paradise, for it is not India, it is not America, it is Chelonia. You may ask, where is this Chelonia? You are already here. It is time to prepare for the journey to Chelonia. We are already there, but how does one do so? Shoe the horses, prepare the preserves, tend to the animals and wagon, prepare for the journey. We are going to Chelonia. When you see a cripple, a wicked neighbor, or a drunkard, do you fear for your safety? Do you fear the poor? Are you poor? Are you afraid of being poor? We can be safe. We can all be safe and perfect, thanks to the wisdom of the Master. But be it known that great evil lurks in many places, in a dark hollow, in a woman's heart, in the eyes of a bird of prey. But we bring truth to light and remove the dark evil from our hearts, so that we can be safe, thanks to our Master. We can be that bird and prey. We can hold an egg up to candle and know if life exists or if it is breakfast. Come feast in Chelonia. Where is heaven? Where is Chelonia? It is here. There are several people who cannot believe that very truth. But it was handed down over 100 years ago to our great prophet, and it is known that anything old is true. Ask the very old, you will see this to be true, unless they are too old and unable to hear, and will become with the worms soon enough, and no longer be a burden on the family. Jesus Christ, that is dark. Do not become unable to hear. All parts of this account are true, and the strictest regard shall be held for the truth. Just as we know it to be true that the land is our heaven and the two oceans are our shells. Listen to those shells, and you hear the oceans that we sailed. Carry the shells with you, one in each hand, and show everyone that you have the shells of truth. Should anyone not believe you, they won't follow to Chelonia and will most likely live a mediocre life in squalor. That shell of truth can make you safe. You need to be safe. Life can be safe. Now is the time to stop endangering your loved ones and make them safe. I implore you. Your children and loved ones are in great danger. Would you throw your wife off a cliff? Of course this has never crossed your mind. Then how could you subject them to such peril? Safety above all else. Thanks to the providence of our almighty Master, 100 years ago, our great Chelonian Master led pilgrims across the Lenahechi into the wilderness. Most survived the journey. There they found a great place of safety, and thanks to his teachings, now we can join them in paradise and eat fruits and nuts and slow-cooked creatures into delicious stew. Anger, mischief, revenge, they simply do not exist in Chelonia. America can rise to where it always was supposed to be 100 years ago. Our Master foresaw it. He told all that would listen, for paradise provides, and we are its teats. The teats of Chelonia await you. Do not refuse it, lest you go hungry and your mother chides you. Remember these things, and tell everyone of the teats and the shells. I can't do this anymore.
Learn all about our great religion. Understand the importance of safety in nature.
Remember these things and tell everyone of the teats and the shells. Okay, let us pray together and give thanks for our redemption. A place of safety, a place of wisdom, a place for the selected. A place where people stay because they have heard the ocean that lives between two shells. And those that don't will most likely perish by drowning or swimming during the wrong moon cycle. Oh, this is just too good for me. Take this message I have told you and spread the word. Speak it before a multitude of spectators. Oh, so that they may come to Chelonia with us as Chelonians. And we will rejoice then as we do now. Amen and amen and amen. Give thanks for the shells. Please show this pamphlet to your friends and neighbors. Contributions and requests for correspondence can be sent to Chelonia House in Boston, Massachusetts. Gosh, Boston is just home of nutcases and angry Irish people. So I thought maybe that would be like a note that led us to like maybe the cult compound or something, and there might be a bit of a side mission involved there, but I literally just think it's a funny pamphlet about Chelonians, teats, and shells. I think that's all we have there, folks. Onwards and forwards. Ooh, haven't heard that in a while, have we? Onwards and forwards to Hosea. We will tackle the main story mission, and then we'll figure out what we would like to accomplish for next time. We don't really know what to expect story-wise.
Hey! Wait up there!
What? What do you want
here to try
now?
this town's wine or women? Or just whatever's cheapest?
What is it with the men round here?
I'd head out full chip.
I swear you all are getting dumber.
Boy, oh boy, I gotta get out of here. That was like literally insane to me. It just happened to be in an area though where nobody was able to witness that. That was a Lemoyne Raider, and he was chirping me on the way by, so I thought I'd show him. Side mission wise, we have just that we know of right now. We have the ghosts. Still haven't really looked too much into that and what might be involved there. And then the side stuff that we have at camp. That's pretty much it. We won't know if there's any continuation of stranger missions until we're done this Hosea mission. If, like I said, if nothing else pops up, we'll just do that hunting stuff.
Yeah.
We have nothing else to do in between the next main story one. I'm kind of excited to see what this main story mission is going to have in store for us, because we haven't really done one in a while, and especially one out of the Shady Bell camp. Despite having been cooped up there for a while, we haven't really done a whole lot around Shady Bell. There was only one night that we partied there for a little bit, but I don't even think I really partied too hard with my camp guys. That was the night that we got Jack back. That was really the longest time that I've spent at Shady Bell at once. Haven't really done a whole lot there. We're getting pretty close now.
Who goes there?
Arthur!
Welcome back.
There is the hunting mission. Okay, so that's actually with Pearson. That could actually help us with some of the hunting that we're trying to accomplish, so we can definitely think about doing that maybe for next time. In the meantime, it might be good to grab something to eat, and I also thought maybe restock everything in terms of the ledger. The only thing is I don't really have a lot of cash right now. I should have enough to restock a few things though. So that's perfect for next time. We want to do our hunting. We have the two
Nice
perfect
place
animal
you brought us
carcasses
to,
to
my
find.
brother.
We want to do some
Yeah.
fishing.
Lovely, isn't it?
Makes me miss freezing to death in the mountains.
Yeah.
Not me.
Okay, I'll catch you later then.
Yes, see you later.
It's cool that Javier kind of wanted to catch up with me. I haven't really talked to many people around camp too. I guess it might be a good idea to start a conversation with a few of them too, no? Yeah, it's perfect. And then on top of all the hunting that I want to do, I can do the hunting mission with Pearson. Maybe I can do all of my hunting out with him. Kill two birds with one stone. And the stagecoach robbery mission, that is gonna be... It'll pop up soon. That's another side thing. We'll just save that ghost thing until later. Eventually we'll probably go up north to the Annisburg region, and we'll probably be a bit closer to that Blue Water Marsh region than we are now. I don't know. So 8. I guess I really should donate. There's no reason for me not to. Might be a good idea to sleep too, to be perfectly honest. Anybody home? Anybody to talk to?
You
It's
recovered?
Tilly.
I'll be fine. Thank you, Arthur.
Of course. Just glad you're okay. Okay, well, let's talk more later.
All right, Arthur.
I like Tilly. We protected her obviously recently when she was kidnapped by an old gang that she was a part of. But we had a heart-to-heart conversation one time, and ever since then I've had definitely a bigger respect for Tilly. For a while there we didn't even know who Tilly was. Her voice kept shouting my name randomly in the wilderness, but eventually we were able to track her down. The ledger's just in this open room here. We'll contribute first. The thing about this game is that you have to find a balance between doing your missions but also keeping up with contributing at camp, hunting, feeding yourself, cleaning yourself, sleeping, taking care of your horse. There's so many freaking things that you have to balance, it's insane. Basically gonna donate everything I have. There's nothing that I can do with it. There's $10 in gold wedding rings, $8 silver pocket watch. We'll have to donate some cash too. Okay, let's do... I can't really donate too much. I can do about $10. Even that's given away quite a bit here, all considered. I really don't have that much money. This is actually not Dutch's room. This is actually some sort of a den that I think is attached to Dutch's room, which is right next door. I'm already here, so I figured I might as well sleep.
Here, good. I bet you're happy.
Some extra Molotovs. I've actually used a couple of them. There's also some ammunition here. that's a fire arrow. That's cool. Just trying to reload a little bit. Oh, I forgot to use the ledger.
Okay, I think it's time for bed.
My bad. We've definitely got some money to spend our funds on, especially from the camp wallet. So let's restock. We don't need to restock the medicine, but we desperately need to restock the ammunition. Especially because I just grabbed a bunch of it to reload myself, so I don't have to go to the general store and buy any. But we do need to do the provisions as well, 50 bucks. Gotta make sure that our people at camp are staying well fed enough too while they're out venturing. That's about it. The only other upgrade we have is the leather working tool set, but not too worried about that just yet. Get off the furniture, Arthur. What are you doing? You gotta do this. I know that this is like, oh, but we gotta do these. We gotta take care of ourselves a little bit, look out for ourselves. This is a nice 9-hour sleep, so now we won't have to worry about sleeping for a while, and it'll probably fortify some of our cores too.
Susan.
Shall we clean up our facial hair a little bit? It's definitely grown out since we last trimmed it. So we applied some pomade to slick back our hair a little bit. Now we just have to clean ourselves up a bit. I mostly just want to trim the mustache back down to a shorter length. It's at 7 out of 10 and it's right now longer than the rest of the facial hair. It looks kind of weird. So if we take it back to like a 4 or even a 5, let's go to a 4. I like the 4 better. That should be okay. Gonna just try and throw together something quick here. We could go no coat because we definitely are in a warmer climate here. So that's a pretty straightforward outfit. We're going no jacket this time. We're just going with the black kind of collared shirt that I was already wearing underneath. And the cool thing is now, when I come to change my outfits, it's going to be literally as simple as throwing on a jacket. So we can go like that jacket, and then that jacket, and then that jacket. And they're all pretty slick looking. And I'm a fan of the hat too. It's really kind of a clean hat to go with kind of the clean look that I got going right now.
Good morning, Arthur.
What's up, Trelawney? Nice seeing you again, pal. Trying to track down my horse.
Good morning, Arthur. Sure is nice seeing the kid back around.
I don't know if I could have gone on much longer.
All in the past now. Marston.
Hi.
Hey, there's enough fools out there deserve shooting, you know.
What do you mean?
I know it's you keeps killing innocent people.
Ain't nobody innocent in this world, Miss Grimshaw. You know that.
Use your brain, Mr. Morgan. We don't have time for you to keep acting crazy.
So Susan is reacting to obviously my recent slaughtering of the Saint Denis cops. I've killed a whole bunch of them. That's why my bounty in the Lemoyne area is so freaking high. And she's obviously alluding to that whole situation, killing innocent people. But I mean, I'm just trying to get away from the cops without losing another horse or
Good morning,
being
Arthur.
forced to die and restart.
You okay, Mary Beth?
Yes. Glad you and Susan got to Tilly in time.
Yeah, me too. What's up, Hosea? About time.
Everything okay, Arthur?
Hosea?
Hey, Arthur.
Come on! If we're gonna make it to this party, we sure as shit better clean up a little.
So we're doing this?
Oh, yeah. Old friend Dutch Van der Linde's finally showing his true colors. Social climbing.
Old Senor Bronte, that horrendous snake, has invited us to the ball, Cinderella. So my suggestion is we go and get you a gown.
You son of a bitch.
Not too often where it happens where it cuts out and you get a legitimate loading screen.
We are ridiculous. Utterly.
I ain't never been to a ball in my life.
Nor have I, if I am being honest.
I used to quite often. There can be fine pickets.
No pickpocketing. We are here to make real contact.
What kind of contact?
Well, I don't know. We'll find what we can. All I know for sure is we are going to a party at the mayor's house, and the guest of honor is the worst crook in town. I'm sure that we will find something.
Okay.
Gentlemen, Luca, I'm afraid the mayor does not allow guns at official functions after last year's incident. Luca here will take you to Mr. Bronte. I believe he is expecting you.
Follow me, gentlemen. This way, please, gentlemen. Signor Bronte will be so pleased that you made it.
We are honored to be here.
That's wonderful, wonderful. Come this way. What a beautiful evening it shall be. Mr. Bronte is very good friends with the mayor. Good evening, Pierre.
Signor Napoli?
As long as the mayor behaves himself, you know. Mr. Bronte, he has that thing, you know, respect.
Jose, Bill, you join the party. We'll meet you out back after we pay our respects to Senor Bronte.
Come.
We'll meet you out to the balcony when you're done.
It's a very grand house that I'm in right now. One heck of a party too.
Angry cowboys who arrived. And you've washed per la prima volta questo mese, senza dubbio.
Oh, this is quite a party you've invited us to.
Yes, quite something. Although I'm not quite sure what.
So, this is Saint Denis High Society.
Yes, apparently so.
And all these people, these are friends of yours, Senor Bronte?
No, not quite, not quite. But they certainly are afraid of me. Like that one. See that wretch? He's the mayor. Henri Lemieux. He'll do anything for $1, and I mean anything.
Politics is a foul business.
Yes. Oh, and that one too. That is Alberto Fusar. He owns a sugar plantation out on the island, and he comes here to whore and despoil himself. Oh, and that is Hobart Crawley, a Confederate major in the war. I mean, a hero, they say, but that is his very young wife. I mean, a young mistress, that's the natural order of things, yes, but a young wife is unseemly. Oh, the Redskins. I have no sympathy for them, because whoever is stupid enough to get tricked by the Americans, no, they get what they deserve, huh? Yes, and a letter to the mayor. Oh, yeah, that will save you. And that is Hector Fellows. This self-righteous newspaper man. Maybe you will kill him for me one day.
Well, we're not paid killers as such, not in cold blood anyway.
I did not know you were so particular that you wouldn't help a friend.
Oh, I'm willing to help in any way I can, within reason.
I'm going to pretend to understand what that means.
I meant no offense, sir.
None taken. None taken! All these vulgar people. They hate me. Non vedo l'ora di guardarti morire.
Well, it has been wonderful conversing with you, but I can tell that you are very busy, and I won't waste any more of your time.
Yes. Go, enjoy yourselves, and mingle with this vulgar scum. It'll make you long for the days when you could shoot each other and screw cows out on the open range.
Those sure were the days. Good day, gentlemen.
Good day to you. But before you go, what exactly are your plans here?
Well, we've not made any... Well, we are going to need some money.
Money, yes, of course. Well, there's money at the trolley station. They keep a lot of cash there in the day. Now, I could not involve myself in such matters. But you... As a guest? Yes. As my guest? Bah, do it, huh? Okay, good day, gentlemen.
Goodbye.
Ok, ragazzi, adesso il vino buono.
Sì. I'll show you to the party, gentlemen, if you'll kindly follow me. Gentlemen, enjoy your evening and welcome once again to Saint Denis. Ciao, ciao.
Now we get to see a much different side of Saint Denis here than what we were seeing when we first came to Saint Denis, and we were kind of hanging out in some of the some of the slummier areas around Saint Denis. This is sort of high-class Saint Denis. It's this mansion that we're in right here on the northwestern portion of Saint Denis. So much different situation. One of my viewers suggested to me, though, that Angelo Bronte may not be as trustworthy as Dutch believes him to be. And I believe that might be correct. I think that we're going to be in for it here. I don't know if Dutch and Arthur and the gang think that they're going to be able to do some jobs with these rich people, or what exactly the case is. I'm a little bit unclear. I can't quite remember. I know how we got involved with Angelo Bronte, but I can't quite remember some more of the details. Things ended poorly in Rhodes. The Pinkertons showed up again, and little Jack Marston was kidnapped. Right. I remember that one. To rescue Tilly, yep. To clear out the local graveyard in return for Jack. We did that, and now, right, Angelo Bronte invited us back. We're kind of in with him now because we did something for him. So just like the Greys were our in Rhodes, and we kind of became temporary sheriffs, and we helped them there, we're hoping Bronte is kind of our in the Saint Denis region where we're at Shady Belle, more or less. So here we are at this big high society Saint Denis party.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. Go find the mayor if you can and stay out of trouble. And steal nothing unless it's information. Of course. Jose, you go find us someplace to rob. Bill, go make us some new friends. I'm gonna find out if old Cornwall and what's his name, Milton, knows we're here. Gentlemen, be well.
So our job is to mingle with the guests in the courtyard.
Hello, sir. Glass of champagne, sir?
Get me a bloody...
Well, hello, gentlemen. Featherstone Chambers. Good evening. Pleased to meet you.
Good day, sir. Heston James.
What a beautiful evening.
Sure.
This is quite a town that you have here, Mr. Jameson.
Oh, I don't live here. I was here for the poker.
Oh, you play?
It's my weakness, my worst vice.
Perhaps you should have it whipped out of you like you advocate whipping the sin out of others.
Not whipping, sir, working, and besides, my vice is between me and my maker. I keep winning.
Every gambler says that, Mr. Jameson.
Yes, I know, but like I said, the next big tournament, which I will not be attending, is for a game too rich for my blood. I may be a knave, but I am a sensible knave.
Is that so?
Oh, sure, I'm not a wealthy man. I run a prison. The old riverboat tournaments are for card sharks and rich fools. A really big stakes game attracts oilmen and such, like, from all over. My pockets are not deep enough for that.
Interesting.
You are a wise man.
He could be pointing us out to a potential high-stakes poker game.
Since the war, the government has done an awful job of preserving law and order, Mr. Jameson.
I agree, Major. Well, at my prison, we are doing the best to remedy that failing. You know, my friend works in the Caribbean. He faces real rebellion. If we don't act decisively, we will endure the same here, and all of this, all these garden parties and civility, they will be doomed. I believe in civilizing the masses, sir. But the first order of civilization is order. Law and order.
I agree.
Without law and order, we will have anarchy.
But with too much law and order, won't we have dictatorship or worse? Monarchy.
The law should be a dictator. That is the American way.
I thought the American ideal was liberty.
Sure. Liberty under the law.
Very interesting.
Major Crowley, Mr. Chambers, I must go speak to someone for a second.
Interesting. Who's he gonna go off and speak to?
Ma'am?
You're not such a Philistine as all that, Marie.
Sorry.
I am quite that much of a Philistine.
How was the show? I heard you went.
Outrageous. But things are more complex in matters of men than in the heads of the intellectuals.
It ain't complex, and only an idiot like you, buddy, would try to make it so.
I will not deny idiocy, sir, but perhaps now is not the time.
Typical pansy.
You are drunk, Ferdinand.
I'm not drunk, you fool. But this man loves darkies.
Hey, you are pretty drunk. Yeah, what say you and me cool off?
Get your hands off me.
Come on, sleep it off.
All right, okay, goddammit.
Sit down and calm down. Count to 1,000.
Is that what you said?
Then you can rejoin the party.
Bonjour.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Henri Lemieux. I hope you're enjoying my party.
The mayor.
Allegedly.
There's quite a place you got here.
It's not mine, and the city is horribly in debt, but we can still put on a good show. Do you know Evelyn Miller?
My lord. Ryder?
Well, we seem to have another deranged drunkard on our hands.
Shall we?
Oh, my lord, they're fantastic.
Excuse me, pardon. Monsieur, please. Mr. Cornwall was quite insistent, I'm afraid. He shouted down the telephone for several minutes.
Mr. Cornwall is a horse's ass, and a bad horse.
I'm very sorry, sir.
It's not your fault. I'm a fool for trusting him. I'll come in and sign it in a minute. Let me enjoy the fireworks.
Of course.
Did he say something about Cornwall? Yes. Find out what. Sure.
No problems? Everything's fine. We have the place well secured. Good. Mr. Bronte has a habit of wandering about and reading whatever he likes. We're watching him and his men like hawks. Thank you, Mr. Turner.
Is everything taken care of? The telephone, it keeps ringing.
The mayor said he will sign later.
Marie! Marie! Find that little reprobate Jip and beat him. I will not have standards slip in this house. Have you lost your mind? I said, have you lost your mind? Come here. Come here. Look at me. Look at me. Who do you think you are? This area is not meant for the likes of you. You know this. The standards in this house are slipping. This is a final warning to you, miss. A final warning. Now get out of my sight.
Mr. Leviticus Cornwall. Top secret. Extremely confidential. Very interesting.
So there's an additional letter on the table that reads, Letter to Angelo Bronte from Mayor Lemieux from the Office of the Mayor, City of Saint-Denis, Lemoyne, May 1899, which is this year. Mon cher Angelo, yet again the city is in debt to you, and I am flabbergasted by your generosity. The magnificent gift you provided will prove to be a cornerstone in our financing of our dream of establishing a world-renowned university in our city. We are now well on our way to the funds necessary to found both the Divinity School and the Humanities College. Future students in Lemoyne owe a great deal to the vision of men such as you. I am forever grateful, your friend, Henry Lemieux. So Henry's getting caught up in the likes of Angelo Bronte and his scheming ways. So the city is kind of controlled. Angelo Bronte obviously has a lot of say. The city is in great debt to him. He is a big part of the wallet for the city, so he's definitely got a lot of say. Angelo Bronte is a powerful man. Everybody here at this event is a powerful person, more or less. Those two guys that we were talking to at the beginning, obviously powerful people, so that gives just a little bit more back story, I guess. We're not supposed to steal anything or anything like that. I think we've got what we need. We've got the ledger. So somehow Angelo Bronte or the city and the mayor is caught up with Leviticus Cornwall as well, who is another big powerful man. I'm surprised he's not here. We've got caught up with Leviticus Cornwall before he sent men after us because of robbing his trains and causing problems with him. So we've had run-ins with Leviticus Cornwall, and now here he is coming up again. So, interesting stuff.
Find anything? I think so.
Nothing. This town is a waste of time.
Maybe not. Arthur? Gentlemen, I think we're done here.
What did you find out?
There's plenty of money moves through here, of course, and I think I found out how we can grab some of it. A big bank. Real one, I mean. But not yet.
A city bank?
Maybe. And a stuffed one. If we're gonna leave, that could be the one thing we need.
There's also that trolley car station Senor Bronte told us about, and I heard about a high-stakes poker game. Come on. Here comes Lenny. All right, let's get in. Go home.
Oh, I ain't never felt so awkward in all my life. All them folk all so pleased with themselves. Oh, high society's pigeon shit. If you ask me, it's more like torture.
Well, that's sort of the point, isn't it? Let the people torture themselves. Here's them papers I took. Anybody see you take this? I don't think so. I might have an idea. Let me think on it. Interesting times.
I guess. So what's next? Dancing lessons? Deportment?
More along the lines of armed robbery. Hosea is handling reconnaissance on the bank. He and Abigail are gonna run some distractions, see how the law reacts.
Good.
Oh, and I spoke to Evelyn Miller. Fine man. Here helping the Indian chief we saw.
Yeah, I met him too, with the mayor.
He's lobbying officials in Saint Denis on their behalf. Maybe we could help.
Maybe.
Now, I think there's a lot of money on the riverboat. A lot of money. And Trelawney, he's investigating for us. He says to meet him at the Taylor's.
Okay.
One big score down here, Arthur, and we disappear. We are almost heading home.
Where is home?
I don't know.
Exactly. But I can smell it. I'm gonna go investigate this trolley thing old Bronte was talking about.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, we are still a group of outlaws who are on the run and trying to find kind of a place to settle in. Right now, we're kind of just trying to get out of the game, more or less, but the more we try and get out of the game, the more we just keep getting deeper and deeper into crime, right? So basically, this is the same situation as what we saw over at our other camp over here at Clemens Point. So we went there, we got involved in roads, we got involved in the politics and everything that was going on there, and that opened up opportunities for jobs in and around the roads area to make some money. And that's all we're trying to do is find some jobs now to make some money. But we've bounced to another camp and we're kind of rinsing and repeating here. So now we found an inn with Angelo Bronte, and we found an inn with the mayor. We are acquaintances with the mayor now in the Saint-Denis area. And it's just kind of far enough away from the politics and stuff and roads where we're not really recognized and wanted. I'm surprised with the bounty being so high on my head in Lemoyne that we're still kind of flying under the radar, but so far so good. I definitely don't want to jinx it. So now that we found the inn in Saint Denis, there are some job opportunities. You heard them talking about a potential high-stakes poker game, a bank to rob. Trelawney is talking about some riverboat where he's looking into, as he has been investigating the riverboat and wants to meet with you at the Taylors. And then we have this stranger mission, which is actually a stranger mission, but also a main story mission. Dutch mentioned that the gang might be able to help Evelyn Miller with lobbying officials in Saint Denis on behalf of Rains Fall, the Native American chief. Again, just trying to find inns in Saint Denis to make some money, to pull some jobs. Essentially, that's what we're doing. Just like what we've done at every camp we've been set up at. We're just set up camp for a couple weeks, do some jobs, make some money, move on to what's next. And now we think that we're starting to come to the end of our whole moving, and that we might be able to pull a really big job and make enough money to just kind of finally settle down somewhere. So that's kind of where we're at. We have 2 story missions that have opened up, the Stranger mission and the Josiah Trelawney mission. Hopefully we'll have some money come. It sounds like we're going to have some money coming our way soon, which is a good sign, because we can hopefully make $1,000 or $2 at least, and eventually pay off this bounty in Lemoyne, so I can feel safe about being here. No stranger missions opened up. That's not to say that one will not open up in the near future. Probably when I go back, some more things will pop up. So we don't have to worry about side stuff that way, but I do want to do some of the side stuff that is still here at camp, with the Pearson hunting mission and the Lenny stagecoach robbing mission. The stagecoach robbing mission could put some cash in our pocket too. So there's that side stuff, and then the hunting side stuff that we talked about doing. That would be all cool stuff to get done with. So because we're already starting here at camp, what time is it right here? If I can go grab some more grub, I'm going to go do that. It's 8:07 a.m. It is a new day, so hopefully we can. God damn it.
That is how you get a good point.
Might as well grab some food while I'm here and give a second for those side missions to potentially pop into view. Sometimes it takes just hanging around for a sec.
Well, looks like we'll live to see at least a few more days. Folks are happy, Arthur.
Happy?
Well, they're fed, which is the next best thing.
It's very true.
Hi there.
Sweet, I can have another bowl. That's 2 bowls that I've eaten in this one video. That is what I'm talking about. Coming in clutch. Good for you. Puts meat on your bones. Maybe if I save and quit, those side missions will show up. If they don't, then in the next video we just have to go into Saint Denis and start tackling some of the main story missions until these side things do pop up. Because besides that, there's no stranger missions yet. Oh, I guess we could do the hunting too. Anyways, we got a few things we can do. I'll save and quit. We'll see what happens when we start next time. We should start right here in camp. That was an extremely big mission to get through. I'm sure that that will make a dent in our overall completion. I pretty much have no doubt that that'll be the case. Well, 0.4%, it's not bad, but definitely things are starting to unfold a little bit more in Saint Denis. We're starting to dive into a little bit more of the plot at the Shady Bell camp, so we'll see what happens next time. I'll see you on the other side.